walk up to him and go, dude, I thought you'd be bigger. Sometimes I throw them off. I go, well, thank you very much. Or I say, you know what? I know I'm only 6'3", 215. I wish I was as big as you. And I walk away and they're 5'7", 150. And you know, they feel stupid. Like down in New Zealand, I'd be trying to watch a rugby match or something. And they go, walk up, say you're Hercules. Huh? You think you're tough? Think you're tough, huh? And I go, no, I'm an actor playing Hercules. I'm really not half God. I remember a guy came to the gym, he goes, oh, you're the Yank from playing Hercules out in the States, huh? I go, yeah, I've been to America, hated it.
Really?
This guy said, yeah, my first year in New Zealand. I said, well, then don't go back there. We have enough assholes there already. So, oh yeah.
Okay, but do you know how to fight?
You know what?
Did they leave you alone?
I can take care of myself. I don't want to look for a fight. I mean, if I was up against a guy that really knew karate, because I did all this stuff, I'd get my butt kicked.
Okay, I fenced for a while there.
Really?
And a saber.
Well, if I had a sword or a saber and a guy just had his fist, I could kick his.
There you go. Okay, but I had a saber.
I'd slice him up.
Okay, I had a saber. My arm would just get fatigued, and it was light.
Sure.
Okay, but you had like a huge sword, right?
We had heavy
Did you have a real? So how was that?
It was a good work. I enjoyed it. It was fun. I learned.
Did you do your own like stunts and stuff?
I did most of my own stunts. Yeah. Okay. I learned to get really good at faking stuff because I worked with really good swords guys.
Yeah.
And we trained all the time on the set. Wow. For 7 years, we trained all the time. I worked with my stunt guys all the time. My stunt guys are phenomenal. 2 of them have gone on to become like huge. One of them won an award for the last James Bond movie because he doubles for James Bond.
What's his name? Do you remember?
Craig, what's his name? We know his name.
Okay.
The actor from England. And,
okay,
and he doesn't know my name, so the hell with him. The other guy, he's been doing huge movies now, doing all this stunt choreography. It's pretty cool. I worked with some great people.
You're like was it Michael, is it Hurst?
Michael Hurst.
He hit your head, right?
Big time hard. We bragged about being the fencing champion of New Zealand. And we had this move, but I'm ducking from behind, so I'm down low. He's up here, he's supposed to swing my head, we used to be. He's got his eyes closed going down like this with the sword. It's a 15-pound sword. He hit me right in the back of the head. Boom, I was out, woke up in the hospital, head split open, concussion. He hit me with this part of the sword. Had he hit me with that part, I'd be dead. There's no question. Then they went to aluminum swords. Or as they say in New Zealand, aluminium.
What about Andromeda? What kind of a crowd?
You know, you got some Hercules fans that crossed over, but it's a sci-fi crowd as well. And it's a Gene Roddenberry. I mean, Gene Roddenberry created it.
Didn't his wife call you up?
Maisel Roddenberry gave me a call. I was looking for a new series, 3 months to go, left on my contract on Hercules. She said, would you be interested in taking a look at it? Because I think you'd make a great Captain Dylan Hunt. I was a big fan of Star Trek.
Oh, I know.
So I read it. She goes, do you want to do it? And they said, yeah.
So do you feel that you've been pigeonholed into any kind of character roles?
Well, really, mostly in just Hollywood. I mean, Hollywood has weird blinders on all the time. Oh, he's the action guy, you know? And then you go in a room and actually read a dramatic role, and they call your agent and go, you know, he did okay. You know, he was actually pretty good. And it's like, well, I'm an actor. You know, I mean, it's not, it doesn't mean I'm going to be good in everything. I can't be Robin Williams in a comedy, but it's at the same time, it's like, he can't be an action guy.
Okay, you know? But what would be your ideal role to play?
A TV series I have right now with a production company out of Vancouver, Canada, that we've raised half the money for. It's called The Handyman.
The Handyman.
And everybody we're about to loves it. It's a harder, edgier 24. And we got myself attached to it right now with Peter Fonda.
You look like Peter Fonda.
I've heard that before a little bit.
Totally.
I play an ex-CIA operative that's, he's not politically correct, which I love about him. And if you're a bad guy, you're a bad guy. We're not going to have some bozos come along and protect you. You raped and killed 14 little girls. If I walk in a room with you, I'm the one who walks out. That's the premise of the show. If you're a gang member and you're about to kill a bunch of people just to be initiating a gang, I'm the guy who takes those people out. And I like that. I think a lot of people think that way. You look at the terrorists today, I think we all had the ability just to close our eyes and make them disappear. We'd all do it.
That's right.
But you know, we got people, even in our media today, that will protect guys like that.
You know,
wow, those terrorists have rights too. Really?
We have a president that does that.
Oh, good Lord. Let's not get it going.
If you want to, I'm willing. I'm willing right now. I have strong opinions about that.
What's wrong with turning America into Canada? It's great.
You know,
there's a reason that there's 6 Canadians moved to America of every American that moves to Canada, okay? I love Canada, but there's a problem overall with that type of government, I think. Don't get me going. I lived there for 5 years up there shooting Andromeda. That's where I shot Andromeda, was Vancouver. And I got to know a lot of Canadians pretty well. And most of them don't like their healthcare system. So Michael Moore can put out sicko all he wants.
Oh, yeah, Michael Moore. Okay. Well, I'm conservative. Yeah. I think you probably would gather that all the way. You have a couple foundations?
I have 2 of them. The After School Alliance and then World Fit for Kids, which I've been with the longest.
And what do you do?
It's an after-school program with fighting childhood obesity, making sure children get their grades better. I mean, you look at what every president has done. Every president has been cutting funding for school programs that deal with the arts, deal with whether it's music, whether it's theater, whether it's physical education. I go to DC twice a year to speak to Congress. I mean, it's amazing to me that they're cutting these funds for all these classes all the time. and it's proven that an hour of physical education, right afterwards when they hit the next classroom, their attention level's up,
That's
their
right.
retention level is up, everything is up. And it's insane that we're cutting all this stuff out.
Especially physical education, because they're so sedentary, they're on their computers.
We're the most obese country in the world. We got an educational system that's ranked, public education, which I'm sorry, has to go. I mean, we're ranked 57th in the world. Look, my father was a teacher, so I don't want 1,000 letters coming to me. My father was a public school teacher for 35 years. When I got a little more mature and a little older to understand what I went through grade school, junior high school,
yeah.
and I started looking at teachers that I had that were good and teachers that were bad, because it goes both ways. And to realize that a teacher has been teaching for 10 years that is amazing, and a teacher has been teaching for 10 years in the same school that sucks.
I know, and they get the same
amount. They get paid the same amount of money.
It's wrong.
It creates no motivation for them whatsoever.
I know.
That's why there's better education in the private industry. That's why there's better education for homeschooled kids.
Exactly. Oh, way better.
Because there's more at stake.
Way better.
California's trying to get rid of homeschooling because homeschooled children are kicking the butts of public school teachers.
And that vouchers, I would like to see vouchers.
They did it in Milwaukee, they did it in St. Louis with vouchers. And they said, you decide. Grades went up astronomically because it created competition amongst the schools to say, look, if we don't pick up our pace here, we're not going to have any students here, we won't get funded, we'll be out of a job.
That's right.
It made them get off their butts. Competition's a good thing, people.
That's
it's a good thing. I mean, to have that mentality in every job out here, that means, okay, for Tiger Woods, well, the heck with that. Everybody wins the Masters. Everybody gets a green jacket and $1 million. It's really unfair that Tiger Woods is such a good golfer, you know?
Like giving trophies to all the kids.
Yeah, Jim Carrey's getting $20 million a movie. I'm not getting $20 million for this. I should be getting $20 million for this movie, too. It's really unfair. I'm not being paid the same. We have a weird thing going in this country. People are going to kill me with it. I don't care.
No, they're not. Okay,
well,
so
half the people will cheer me. The other half will go, oh, I can't believe it. What's wrong with being lazy? Well, I don't know. There's a problem with it.
Well, for actors, are they lazy on the set?
No. No.
No, why?
Well, we work our butts off all the time.
Studying?
I keep busy all the time. Because I have my foundation. I have my production company. I have 3 kids that are with me on the set here. I have
a wife.
I'm trying to put together a golf tournament right now.
You ever hit a hole-in-one?
I've been playing this game since 11 years old. I finally got a hole-in-one.
Okay, I want to brag.
Okay.
Okay. The very first time I tried to golf or play a game.
Are you a lefty?
I'm right-handed, but I'm ambidextrous. I throw left, bat left, and so yes. And so, and I love sports, almost all sports. So I got up there near Kahuku, and I teed off. It went right in. The girl comes out. Is this true, Jim? Okay, I hit it, boom, and the girl comes out. She goes, who hit it? I go, I did. She goes, this is your first time? And I go, yeah.
God.
And she runs over and gives me a bunch of balls, brand new balls, and said, here, you deserve it.
You got to be kidding me.
No, I love sports.
Your first time?
My very first
but have
time.
you ever done it since?
Yeah, we started going out every day.
Yeah, but have you ever had a hole-in-one since?
No.
Because they're incredibly rare. See, look,
No,
you got yours right away. I've been playing the game for 30 years. I finally got one.
Yes.
235 yards out 6 months ago.
Well, you know, I'm proud of you.